remember them all, actually, if you want me to go through them.
Not really. You don't have to. It's probably painful, right?
Quite.
All right, we got Omaha Steaks in the studio tonight. We just had Nate Rippey, the CEO, in here with Derek Stevens. And everybody's feasting on the food and the tomahawk steaks. What's your review? Because you had a chance to eat some steak right before we started here.
Delicious.
Okay.
Way better than fast food. That's your area.
I can do both. There's plenty of great fast food as well. Jeff Whitelaw, 12-15-1 in the contest. And you got a best bet winner last week. You got to be happy about that.
Yeah, I finally got a best bet. You know, it's difficult. You know, what happens a lot of the time, because you're doing the picks on Friday, is the numbers have moved a lot from when they were originally bet, say, for me, Sunday and Monday. So, you know, my real bets may not even be able to be given because the numbers have moved. For example, this week, I don't even have Seattle, which is my best bet. You know, I laid 2.5, but Circa had 4 on it this morning when I went to look at it. There were 3.5s and 4s, so I couldn't even pick it.
Yeah, for those who don't know, in the Friday Football Invitational, we lock in the Circa Sports lines at 10 a.m. on Fridays. And the contestants have until 3 p.m. Pacific time to get the plays in. Got a 5-hour window. Everyone submitted plays this week. Everyone beat the deadline. And Jim Feist is in studio with us, and that's just a reference to Jim, who happened to miss 1 week, but we'll talk about that later. Jim Feist in studio at 5 p.m. Tonight with Pimlico Frank Carulli, who is the leader in the contest. Let's take a look at the standings right now through 4 weeks. Pimlico Frank, who is a fixture at the Westgate Sportsbook. You'll find him over there pretty much every day of the week. He is 18-9-1. He asked me for 2 years for a shot in this contest, so I finally gave it to him this year. It's paying off right now. 19.5 points, 2-2 on his best bets. Do you know Pimlico Frank? Have you ever met him?
I don't.
All right, he'll be in here shortly. You can meet him.
Okay.
He and Jim Feist will be in studio here at 5 for a few segments tonight. The second place team right now, we got a tie. We actually have a 5-way tie for second place. Frank Betty and Anthony Curtis. And Frank B, pro bettor. Anthony Curtis, the publisher of Las Vegas Advisor. Certainly you know Anthony Curtis.
Yes.
Okay, he's been around for a long time. As sharp as it gets, they are 3-1 on the best bets. Last year's champ, Chuck Edel, the Iceman, 16-12, 3-1 on the best bets, also 17.5 points. The Bear, Chris Felica, 17.5 points. Mike North, sports radio personality out of Chicago, also with 17.5. And Kenny White, longtime Las Vegas odds maker and pro bettor, in that tie for second with 17.5 points. Look at the rest of the first page of the standings. Jason Jarvis, Chris Piper, who went 6-1 a week ago. Last year's Average Joe champ, Drew Bridges, Doug Kazarian, Matt St. Marie, Weston Stratman, and Chris Massero. Jeff, how has your football season started for you?
It's been choppy so far. Nothing to write home about. But, you know, it's early.
A couple of weeks ago, you took a brutal beat. You had Rams plus 4.5 at Philadelphia. You had the best number, right? And took the worst beat. You've been a pro for so many years, 30 plus years. How do you deal with brutal beats like that?
Well, I mean,
just shrug it off and move on, or what?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much you do. But I mean, you know, 20 years ago, maybe a broken remote or a TV or something. But now, right. Nothing. You know, you just sort of, you know, you hope that it evens off and you get a break.
Well, let's talk about some of your plays this week. You said the Seahawks are your best bet, but that was at 2.5. In the contest, 3.5. It looks like it was a 3.5 or 4. The contest.
It was 4.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I would actually put it down as a play at 3.5, but at 4, it was tough.
All right. Yeah, it's 4 at the Westgate right now, but 3.5 here at Circa as we speak. Your best bet is Browns plus 3.5 against the Vikings. Why did you go with Dylan Gabriel, the rookie quarterback in Cleveland, as your best bet?
It's more of going against the Vikings. They have virtually their entire offensive line is out, and Cleveland's defensive line is probably the best in the league. So they're gonna have very little time. It should be a low-scoring game, and I just think that taking the 3.5, it's obviously a neutral. The Vikings have been outside of the country for 2 weeks now, and I don't know if that's actually going to be an advantage.
And you don't have to worry about a Pro Bowl quarterback right now on the Vikings side either. Carson Wentz getting the start for Minnesota. And low total, like you said, 35.5 or 36 on the total. So you feel like there's more value at plus 3.5 there, right?
I definitely do.
Best bet for Jeff Whitelaw, Browns, plus 3.5. Let's talk about a couple other dogs you have in the NFL on your card. And Jets, plus 2.5 against the Cowboys.
Again, here it's more of a bet against the Dallas defense. The Jets certainly are not a very good team, and Dallas traveling, coming off that tie, which right. I think that you're basically you're getting a home dog that's 0-4, so you're hoping that the Jets play with some urgency. I mean, obviously their season is done if they lose this game, and pretty much it's done anyway. But I think playing against a Dallas defense that I'm not sure could stop me or you, Matt. They should be able to get the job done there.
Do you have a bet on that Sunday night game, Packers Cowboys?
I did take a little 7, like a watch bet, sweat bet maybe, but not really. And then it was, again, it looked like it was 13-0, about to be 14-0, and just looked like a complete blowout. And then all of a sudden, Dallas, with a couple of breaks, comes right back in the game and ties.
Tie at 40 on Sunday night. And Packers defense certainly did not look that dominant with Micah Parsons against the Cowboys in that shootout. We got 5 more plays coming here from Jeff Whitelaw, and it looks like 3 of those will be in the NFL and 2 on the college football side. And one of those college games you did not get the best number. I'm going to ask you why you still played it in the contest here tonight. Quick break. Again, Jim Feist and Pimlico Frank Caruli on deck at 5 p.m. Pacific. Jeff Whitelaw with 5 more plays after the break here on the Friday Football Invitation.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
Hi, this is Grace Remington for VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. UCLA is a massive 24.5-point underdog at home to Penn State. But don't count out the Bruins. They just covered for the first time this season and face a Nittany Lions team that is 0-4 against the spread this year and 33% against the spread when coming off a loss since 2015. 84% of the bets at DraftKings are on Penn State. This is a great spot to fade the public. Get VSiN Pro to receive daily best bets, live video, betting tools, and more now through the Super Bowl for 40% off. Use code GRACE at VSiN.com/subscribe.
Countdown to kickoff is the final word before the NFL games begin on Sunday. Join Jonathan Von Tobel and Stormy Bonatoni each week as they preview the day's games and discuss the latest odds and money movement with Circa CEO Derek Stevens. Warren Sharp joins the show and takes us through his picks and sharp analysis for the games. For all the latest news, injuries, odds, and lineup changes, tune in to Countdown to Kickoff every Sunday from noon to 1 p.m. Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Elevate your sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup, then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth game analysis. Go to vsin.com/pro to join VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
What happens if you're in an accident and the other driver doesn't have insurance or not nearly enough? Suddenly you're the one stuck with medical bills, car repairs, and lost wages. That's where Lasso Injury Law steps in. Their experienced team knows the ins and outs of uninsured and underinsured motorist claims. They fight to make sure you're not left paying for someone else's mistake. 702-625-8777, your free consultation. Visit lassoinjurylaw.com or call 702-625-8777. lassoinjurylaw.com. How's the best?
Experience the ultimate pool and watch party at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens, owner and chief executive officer of Circa Las Vegas, and I want to welcome you to Stadium Swim, your year-round destination for non-stop fun. With 3 levels, 6 pools, and a massive 143-foot screen, catch every game, every season. It's the place to be in Las Vegas. Soak up the sun and party all night, 365 days a year at Stadium Swim. Secure your spot now at circalasvegas.com.
Join Matt Brown and Mike Somich on Ready, Set, Bet as they get you ready to make your bets for all the weekend games.
Touchdown, baby! George Pickens, we're in! We live! Well, we get, I don't know. We could still lose.
This Colts team is 100% legit, Matt. Well, the offense is 100% legit.
Don't miss out on crucial advice for live betting once the game starts, as well as looking ahead to the upcoming action. Tune in to Ready, Set, Bet, weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. This is the Circa Friday Football Invitational, presented by Omaha Steaks on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
All right, the NFL season is rolling. Every snap brings new opportunities. Make sure you've got the edge with VSiN Pro. Right now, you can save 40% on our football season special with Circa Friday Football Invitational promo code Circa. That's easy to remember. Get VSiN Pro access to everything we do across every sport from now all the way through the Super Bowl. Don't wait. Lock in 40% off today with promo code CIRCA at vsin.com/subscribe. All right. Back on the big show here with Jeff Whitelaw, pro bettor out of Vegas, originally from Buffalo, Sports Gambling Hall of Fame inductee in 2025. He's lived through 4 straight Super Bowl losses for the Buffalo Bills. You think they'll make it back this year?
I think they have a clear path as the 1 seed, and they have as good a chance as anybody to make it back. Maybe make it 0 for 5.
Do you ever bet futures on the Bills?
I'll bet a future on anybody, and I'll bet on any team on or against. In the regular season, I will bet against the Bills if I think the spot's right. In fact, like last year, not this year, but last year, I made a pretty significant bet against the Bills when they went to Baltimore, and Baltimore beat them pretty easily. But in the playoffs, if I would have a bet against the Bills, I would just pass and root for them in the playoffs.
All right, Jeff Whitelaw, ran into you at the Westgate Superbook last week. You and one of your close friends over there at the book. It was great to see you last week. And let's break down 3 more of your NFL plays here on the card. How about Ravens plus 2.5 against Texans? No Lamar Jackson, major adjustment in the number.
Yeah, I mean, I think the number with Lamar was like 9. So they made like an 11-point adjustment. And I think being that the Ravens are 1-3, it's a must win for them. Houston really can't score, so I'm thinking that Cooper Rush might be able to get the job done at home as a home dog in this spot. Again, hard to love it. Houston does have a very good defense, but I think you're going to see a lot of Derrick Henry. Hopefully, he can hang on to the ball.
40.5 the total out there. I do see a 41, which is a key number in totals. Cooper Rush, pretty good backup quarterback, but man, Jeff, that Baltimore defense has been surprisingly bad so far. Awful. Again, hopefully get a guy or two back. They've been decimated with injuries, as a lot of teams have in this league thus far. All right, the Philadelphia Eagles have been outgained in every game. Total yards per play. They had 11 yards after halftime last week. I took 4.5 with the Broncos early in the week here. You're laying 3.5 with the Eagles against the Broncos as one of your plays. Why do you like Philly here?
Again, Denver's plays exceptional at home, and on the road against a very good team. I think it's a tough spot for them,
right?
Especially coming off a short week. So again, Philly really is a very good team, and they are getting some